long have you been in this house?
I've been here since 1995.
Oh, okay. So you weren't born in this house?
Oh, no. I'm not from here.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ohio. And my sister lived here, and I had visited a few times and really liked it here. And even now, as much as McKinney has grown, I mean, there were only like 40,000 people when I moved here, I think. And I see that population sign out on Route 5. I don't feel that, merely because I think I live on this side of the freeway. And the little town feeling is kind of preserved over here. And I like living where I live. I like the downtown. I like quaint. I don't shop at the mall ever. My sister and I drive back to Ohio every year in the fall.
Great. To
go to the county fair where we grew up, because it's the best county fair in the state. And it's fall and the weather's beautiful, and you know, I actually meet a bunch of high school friends on a same day of the week.
That's great.
And we all go out and eat
great.
Junk food. None of us ride the rides anymore. We're all too old. Some of us can't walk very well. We sit a lot, but we eat and talk. I never went to any class reunions until my 40th one. And I lived here at the time, and they tracked me down. I thought, well, okay, I'll go. And it was fun, and I've been going back ever since. And
good for you.
2014 is my 50th anniversary. Yeah.
Do you have a smartphone?
Yes.
Do you text people?
Yes, all the time. Yes, I text more than talk. Sometimes it's kind of nice to just send somebody a message and walk away without having to have a prolonged conversation. I've only had a smartphone since like October, and then I'm not real electronic savvy. But I have figured most of that out. I mean, my daughter-in-law showed me a little bit of it before. That's all right.
That's your phone, right? Listen, this is her phone ringtone.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I finally got on Facebook. I'm not real big on social media.
You're on Facebook?
Well, I found out when I went
to
one of the reunions that everybody's on Facebook. So I signed up, and I don't really say much, but at least I can look and see and comment occasionally. I don't put in there like I went out to dinner or I'm watching this TV show. It's silly. Who cares? I don't care. And nobody I know, my sister doesn't care if I'm doing my laundry, you know? I don't get it. I think it's a generational thing. These kids are so different than we were. They have so much. And they all think they're going to be famous. And it's because they all put their they take their own pictures of themselves like this all the time. I think they're going to be in for a big disappointment. And, you know, and they've never seen too much disappointment. You know, now when the kids play sports, everybody gets a trophy, not just the winning team. So they don't understand what it is to be told no to. And I think that's not a good thing.
I assume you have a great love for books and reading.
I do. I have to admit, I don't read as much as I used to. I used to read all the time. I think when I was like in my 20s or 30s, I read every novel Agatha Christie ever wrote, or mystery, you know. And I don't like romance novels and stuff. I like
no
something.
Trash for you?
No. I mean, I've read some trash in my past, but right now, I mean, I have to get really interested in a book. I mean, if I can pick up a book, I can go through a book in a day or two if it's really good. I've always read. I can remember even when I was little, I used to go visit my grandmother in the summer. And she lived in a really teeny town. Teeny, like 1,000 people, you know. And they did have a little one-room library. I used to go down and get books from that little library. And the librarian lived right next door to my grandmother. And I used to go down there and I would sit and read in the afternoons when it was hot. I always did that.
Do you only read physical hardcover books now, or have you gone electronic?
No, I haven't. I kind of like having a book to hold. You know, I've got plenty of books, and there's plenty of places to get them with. And I do belong to a book club. I do have to say I'm not a very good member, probably. I don't necessarily like people telling me what I have to read by when. It's kind of like school. This is a big movement. They actually have a website. It's called littlefreelibrary.org. They have a mission statement and goals, and it was started by a gentleman in Wisconsin after his mother passed away, who's, I think, a librarian. Don't quote me on that. And she had all these books, so he built this little library out in front of his house. And since then, last March, CBS Evening News had a little news blurb on it. And I thought, oh, that's a cute idea. And then I belonged to AARP, and in one of their little newsletters, they had a page story about it, and it was May. And I thought, that's what I want for my birthday. Daughter-in-law is very artistic, and she bought like a vegetable bin storage thing and painted it. She did all the painting out there. And we doctored it up a little bit. You know, we put plexiglass and there were holes in it, and I put plexiglass on it so it wouldn't rain in, and there were some knot holes from the wood. We put plexiglass over that.
You weatherproofed it.
Mm-hmm. And my son built a little roof, and we put little tin shingles on it. And it was just fun to do. And I had that folder in there, so I have a pad of paper and a pen. And people leave traffic out there. You know, people coming and going, and kids have come by and left me notes and they've left little books out there and put stickers in them about how much they liked it, and this is a good part. I mean, it's really kind of cute and fun. One day, a whole carload of kids came with their mother, and they put some books in there. And I just happened to look out the window the other day, and there was a older lady out there walking down the street with a book. So I guess people. I used to not ask for things. I mean, my mother always said she never asked for anything. And so, I mean, I was kind of given praise for that, so I would never ask. But I found out in my old age, maybe you get what you want if you ask for it. And I asked for that, I asked for a library.
If you think you have a story to tell, send me an email. But I have to tell you up front, it better be good.